Welcome back, guys. We have the best gods ever. Uh, Loki's back here still singing it too. I see people shitpost on your channel every once in a while if you're on a channel. Yeah, it's always shitposted on here today. So Loki's back here singing that epic song about, the Charn Buckle meme where they play that song and he's dancing to it. I'm like, you got damn bad mouth. I'm not sure if I was him or Odin, but I'm like, damn. And it had to be Loki because I usually expect that kind of filthy, uncouth language to come out of Loki. Usually not Odin. But I have a idea Loki's back here. He knows words. I think it was from both of them because they don't got time for people's shit. So that took care of that. So we had an epic adventure today and last night from the old lady getting home. I needed some healing, so all the gods, including Loki, were trying to work on healing because I'm doing bibliomancy now with Odin using the Odin book because what could go wrong there? And it came to this chapter, A Sword to the Gods, about healing with the gods, so I'm doing that. And it worked up to a point. It really worked up to a point, but it felt like there was like this frustrating thing where I couldn't relax enough or I couldn't give in enough. Shut up, Loki. I couldn't give in enough. Shut up. Because in the book, Odin refers to surrendering to the universe of the gods as sex. So, yeah, so Loki's having lots of fun with that. Lots of mileage for Mr. Loki. So, he's having fun with it. So, I tried that and worked up to a point. And I got up today and I'm like, let's face it, my ass is getting older. And I cover this chair with blankets for my arthritis. And I trip over this shit because I'm graceful, that's why. So, I'm like, I better walk up today and get something. And I did the bibliomancy again today because it's Wilderness Day, and I was like, that book was calling me, even though Loki's jumping in the front and going, Loki today, Loki today. And I'm like, yeah, but it's Wilderness Day. I don't care. And Loki's even trying, why don't you let me be God? Because you're Wiccan and all the gods are one god, so all the gods are me. I'm like, no, you're trying to be annoying and getting my way. So I went in there and I picked up the Odin book, I flipped it open at random. And I got references to Gandalf and American Gods, which, if you're keeping up on Patreon, you know why that felt like somebody walked over my grave. I'm like, ooh, chills. So I thought, well, maybe that means I should get out and exercise, because the gods talk to us in shorthand, right? And I'm like, I'll get out, I'll walk up to the hill, and I'll see if they have some kind of pain reliever, because the shit I'm using now isn't cutting it. And as I'm walking with him, Odin's walking with me because Loki got bored and walked away because Loki. And he says, why don't you ask your friends for a ride? And he's saying this before we get up to their house. And lo and behold, the garage door's open. And I said, I can't ask them for a ride. I said, I can't always be asking them for favors. I said, I don't know if they're coming back or going or whatever. But, they didn't wave to me or anything. So I walk up. And we get up there, and the library parking lot is full. So I said, do you want to go to the library first? Because we've been having the worst time trying to hit the library when it's open. He's like, whatever you say, my dear. And I'm kind of like side-eyeing him, like, is that an insult? But I don't want to fight with him. I just want to get across this double lane road alive. So I get across the road. And I go in the back, and I had been thinking, what's he going to do now? Have me find the Lord of the Rings? So yeah. And he's like, you're getting those. And I said, what? He says, you told me if I could get you those for about 50 cents a piece, and that's what they were. He said you would read them. Now they're yours, my dear. And I'm like, fine, I'll read them. I've never felt them call to me. And I know there are some people that work with Odin that will bash you in the head with one of these books, but there are other people that love them. With me, he wanted me to get The Hobbit. Gods only know why. He says I'm going to learn something because I learn better through fiction than books on the actual gods. And he says you're going to learn something with these. I don't know, man. I don't know. It could just be Odin messing with me. He likes to mess with people, so it could be that too. And we decide to go next door to get the groceries, and the little old lady's going to get her pain medication. And I see that woman I think doesn't like me. And she's like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, hi. And I'm nice to her. And we're walking in together. She says, you're out walking, huh? I said, yeah, well, I've got real bad pains in my legs. I said, doctors couldn't tell me what it's from. I said, I thought maybe a walk would help. So Um, she's talking to me, and she goes off, and I'll get my cheese in that, and I go into the, the tchotchke, and Odin's really feeling Odin's presence, and he's been giving me a lot of visions of Castle, so it could be Loki, could be. Let's just be clear on this channel. So go on that. And I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I said, is this too damn cute, or would this hurt your feelings or something by going that too? So we even looked for a wizard. They didn't have one. They just currently have a king and a queen. He was not interested. And they did, the nearest thing they would have were gnomes, and they were dressed up like farmers and that. And he's like, no. You could link him to for me, but he's like, no, no. But wait. Oh wait, we'll have them eventually. They will. And so I got that, and I got the books and I got the food, and they didn't have anything we wanted to drink, and the pack was getting pretty full at this point anyhow. And I went over and I got the pain medication. Nobody warned me about Bengay. I got Bengay because I thought, well, everybody's always talking about how good it is. So I went, I got it. And I'm checking out, and that lady was checking out for me, after me, something. And I got checked out, and I said, well, did you have Absorbing Junior? Long story short, I go back after I check out. I look for it, they don't have it. And the lady had left. And I'm like, okay, that's good. So I won't have to, confront her or anything. Because she can be snippy and petty. And I went out, and she goes, hey, you want a ride? She must have waited for me to come out. And I said, okay. So she gave me a ride down. And not Loki. Odin goes, see, you have friends. And I came on. And I had tried a couple times to make this video, and I came on, and somebody had shit posted, and I was just real pissed off because it was one about Loki. Loki seems to bring out the absolute worst in people. He seems to attract the absolute worst people to your channel or your writing or whatever. Just so you know, he attracts the trash of the universe to your door is what he does. He's like, yeah. I've called him, he has a pet name called the Garbage Man, because I said, you tend to bring the garbage of the world to my front door, son. He's like, yeah, I know. And I'm not talking about any of you fine people either. I'm talking about those assholes that have to shitpost on your videos. Those assholes, yeah, I'm talking about them. And they just shitpost because they think they're funny or they think they're brilliant or they're just trying to get attention. And I just either report them to YouTube so they have personal trouble or something else. Like I said, I'm not working anymore. You never know what I might do. And so my imaginary friends are watching that thing about John dancing in the wrong thing and listening to the language, and I'm just bopping my head to it. And it's this real pissed off, angry song that's actually really cheerful and bouncy dance song. Somebody remixed it. And we were just enjoying it. And, our gods will have our back on stuff. Loki is not a god, by the way, that will tell you to go shitpost and troll people. No, because Loki's the god of, if you fuck something up, you go back and you fix it, and you fix it fast. If you've been going around fucking stuff up in Loki's name, you better go around and fix that shit or leave his people the hell alone. One of the two, because he don't put up with that shit. And, he can attract sometimes trashy people into your life. And I'm not talking about any of you, but he will attract trashy people into your life. And I think he does it just to see what you'll deal with them. He's not Jesus by any stretch of the imagination. He's not love everyone, kiss everyone. If somebody's being an asshole, they're being an asshole, and you can deal with them accordingly. If somebody's going to love them, it's going to be someone else. It doesn't have to be you. We can have compassion on people at a point, but when they're just being an asshole, being destructive, you don't have to have compassion on those people. Kick their ass to the curb. So, yeah. That happened because this asshole's been doing stuff for a while, and I just got pissed off. And they say when you mention it, you're feeding the trolls, but I think you should mention it every once in a while to your viewers, because that way, if you seem like a little pissed off and agitated, they know why. But yeah, we're getting back on track, guys. We are. And YouTube started this new thing now of analytics. They're forcing them on us on this channel. And Loki was a little bit pissed off because even though it's Loki's channel and it should make sense that every video with Loki's name in it got the highest amount of views and everything, he's still, you know how he is. You long-time viewers know how he is. He loves attention, but he doesn't like the idea that I'm going to have to be grabbing him and having an experience so we have something to post. It's that line we have to walk on this channel. If something naturally happens and it's not something that wouldn't be useful to you guys, he's more than happy I share but at the same time he gets resentful and his ears go back if it seems like he's going to have to appear. So he's going through that, and I don't blame him. That's a lot of pressure to put on a god. I share what experiences we have, and today was a lot of Odin. Some of it was Loki, but it was a lot of Odin today too. And yesterday was all the gods. I think they're just kind of agitated too because the more time I'm out with my friends, I'm spending more and more time with people that are pretty heavily Christian. So they kind of get a little agitated. They don't hate Christians, they don't care about their church or anything, but at the same time, they feel like they have to be in competition with that. Because naturally, all your friends want you to be part of their religion. There have been times when I wish I could tell my friends about all the great pagan gods we have, and they don't have to suffer and be scared of this god that's going to grab them. But I don't think it's fair to take somebody's God away from them, even though they're miserable, even though they seem sad, even though they seem like they're suffering and they're scared of their deity. It's not fair for me to go and grab them and say, your God doesn't exist. Or not that their God doesn't exist, but this boogeyman version of your God doesn't exist. Why aren't you at least happy with your God? I can't do that. That's not my right. I can't choose their path for them. That has to be, free will. And if they choose to be miserable, and they choose to be scared of their god, that's entirely up to them. So we had a good day overall, and I told Loki, I said, it's good to vent sometimes to you guys so you know what's going on. So if I see Grumpy some days, it's because YouTube's like, you have to mention Loki, you have to mention Loki, you have to mention Loki. And you guys know that I've been with the channel for a while. That's the easiest way to make Loki disappear and not come out, because he will be resentful. Even if it's his channel, he still doesn't want told what to do and told to perform and told to show up. He doesn't want that. So it's Loki. What can I tell you? So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.